Konnichiwa. Hello, my dear followers, my friends, my colleagues. Today you will hear from me extremely interesting story how Ukrainian man was teaching Russian language with Ukrainian accent for 30 years and how grateful Japanese people were saving Mykola Kolenko from immediate death at the age of 80 years old under Soviets after his property was confiscated by Kremlin authorities. So, let's get to the sources of history, and the historical source, in this case, newspaper that was published in the fine city of Lviv in 1935. This newspaper cited or quoted other newspaper called latest news. So, this latest news brought interesting article and story about first teacher of Russian language in Tokyo, Japan. Our fellow Ukrainian man Mykola Kolenko was sent to Japan in 1870s to work in Russian embassy in Tokyo. After years of working there, when College of Foreign Languages was established, our hero was chosen to become a professor of Russian language. Mykola was living in Japanese house. His salary was huge, 300 yen every month. His utility bill was 5 yen. Mykola had a horse and a carriage to ride for work, and for 30 years he was teaching people of Japan how to speak Russian. Mykola was about 80-year-old. He was rich and decided to go back to his motherland, Ukraine, Chernihiv. It's interesting to admit that all Japanese students who were taught by him, they spoke Russian language, attention, with Ukrainian accent. Students were using pure Ukrainian words. For example, instead of saying "нет" in Russian, they said "nема." So he went back to native Ukraine. His property was confiscated. He had no means to live. And he requested his Japanese friends for help. They established separate society for helping Kolenko. Mykola Kolenko was receiving regular pension through Japanese embassy. Unfortunately, my friends, we don't know yet exact year that Mykola was born, or name of his city or village. All we know is just the region. Approximately he was born around 1855. One striking thought came to my mind. Since the Russian-Japanese War took place at the beginning of the 20th century, there were many prisoners of war. After 1905, we may assume he was working as an interpreter, or maybe he was placed in one of these camps. We know for sure there were some Ukrainian-speaking prisoners. Ukrainians were very skillful sailors. While I was searching for information for this episode, I came across a picture of a gentleman in a camp, so-called Russian prison. And it was Polishuk Ilko Markovich. But in our reality, Japan and Japanese people helping us in this invasion of monsters, and we're grateful for Japan and their help a lot. So, my friends, stay tuned for the next episode. I will share with you more striking information that I came across and I want to share with you. Please share this video, subscribe, and if from Japan or you know anything about Mykola Kolenko, please let me know. I would appreciate it. Sayonara!